China, him out for China. Him out for China, you know. Yeah, him out for China. Believe you me. Remember at first him did I say, him a put tariff on Canada and Mexico. Remember that? Him start out that way there, you know. Say, him a put tariff on Mexico because of the drugs, fentanyl, we are come through at the borders to America. But then I don't know where juke him. That him say, watch a man. The tariff is one of the most beautiful words, man. Him go put tariff on every country in the world. Every country. All country where put it on can't afford for really work with them tariff there. Especially China. 145% tariff for anything will come from China. But guess what? The Chinese then go around him and start sending them things going to other countries, India, Bangkok and all them countries there. Well, we're going to see what's going to happen now. We're going to see what's going to happen now because if him don't hear what them say, and him usually do, something else can happen. I don't know what it is, but everyone is watching. And you know, so the problems now is that people who are going to make them orders to go to America, especially for Christmas season, it depends all. It depends all. Them don't know if them to go and continue as all and little. And as I say, most of the country them are all and little. But they might try boots out as some real national treasures of America. Yeah, you have some places there where, like Walmart. The man are against Walmart hard now because Walmart I say, boy, this is intolerable. We can't work with this. Amazon, my against Amazon hard. Whole heap of companies in my against. And he might ban certain things from come in at the country now. He must tell you, say, since the tariff yet last night, him said, watch you know. Him not allow no Chinese student for going to a university in America. And them are going to revoke them, all those who them are going to revoke them visa. And them are declare now, say, everybody. And I want the Jamaican youth, them listen to this, who they decide to never go to America to study. And who did make plans to go study. Him put a hold on that too. Him put a hold on that. Him not allow nobody, a student, at this moment, to come in America, so them are going to university. So I don't know how that will work out, because I know a whole heap of youth and make preparation and look about them this and them that. Tell them family abroad they are coming to the university and this and that. And now, him put that on hold. So we don't know what will happen there, so. So, the next thing what I'm going to do, I will know I'm going to do it, in order for you to enter the America with a visa, they have to do background check. Well, them usually do background check still, but this is the age of internet, and this is the age of what you call now YouTube. This is the age of Instagram, TikTok. And you know the youth, them dip on TikTok, Instagram, anything where them want to say, them do, say it. Anything they want to do, them do it. They are going to monitor your TikTok, your Instagram, and your YouTube, and your WhatsApp. Even if you delete it. Because I want to know, you know, so if you delete something from them thing there, you know, it's not gone nowhere, you know. It's gone in the cloud. Yes, in them satellite, this and satellite that. So them have them way for draw it down to see who you be. I like a me, I know. I like a me, I know. I go through the airport now, they start to check probably. I say, what them thing I'm talking about? I defend Palestine and all that stuff there. And I talk about this and that. No, we can't cancel that. Cancel that. So, it's a serious thing. It's a serious thing. Those TikTokers and those, what them call them, social media personalities who make money off of this thing and by saying certain things. Watch it now. Because me say, if you apply for a visa and you go through, them are going to examine your social footprint and decide if them should give you the visa or maintain the visa where you have. So all of them things that bring about new changes in the earth, you know. New changes. But meanwhile, I'm in a problem. I'm in a problem. I'm in a problem because most of the Americans them decide, say, I know where am I do them did vote for. They never vote for all of them something the way I do. Because it really more I get backwards than forward. You know, he might talk some things where they never expect him to say. And he might deport. Imagine all these Cubans. You ever go to Florida, go to Cuba, hey, you go in and you tell them a pure Cuban and wash out the place and I clean out the place, you know. Then I give me an experience in my room there, and I tell them to come, move out the fridge. Because it now work. The people that come in, they will understand one English. No English at all. A Cuban they come from. And it's flood. Florida flood. Miami flood of pure Cuban. You know how much Cuban in the port. Them a ball. Them a say, them vote for him. Because I remember when the voting go on the Cuban, them a jump up and down and this and that. Them vote for him now, them sorry. So, and they say it there now. And they say it there. People of Jamaica, and they say it there. Meanwhile, the 80 thing, they we are. Yeah, 80 is a hot spot. Something have to be done about it because the one them who fight for them liberation from France, from America, them not giving up. And they are continuously be called terrorists, rebels, and all these so-called negative names. Them is freedom fighter. Them want to see the end to American imperialism and French imperialism in them country for how much years? For years. And this is how them choose to do it. Apparently some people are get it in the crossfire. Some people are get it in the crossfire. But that don't negate the fact is that these people want some freedom. And we see Jamaica every time some of them come refugee here, the government turn them back to go back to them country. Can you imagine that? Jamaica signed agreement to take refugees who have flee from them country because of threat to them safety and them family. And Jamaica decides, say, oh, we're sending them back, you know, we don't have a phone. No. Terrible thing. Terrible, terrible thing. This is the stepping razor, the art of war. Kill somebody, them never get nothing. Sometimes go hold up somewhere and the little joke cashier register where I'm looking at. It not nothing in there. And then him turn to a flask of rum or some rubber bar and take out some rum and some cigarette and them till they are gone. And then kill somebody on top of that. Oh, that makes sense. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense at all. And them have him friend, them a foreigner saying, go and come give him. Or them, because the amount of gun me here, so them find down there, so. Me I tell you, I got to say America don't know so that I come through. How it reach through the port in America. You go through Toronto and you have a little thing in there with liquid in your bag. And them search your bag and take out the liquid and say, no, this is too big to carry up on the plane. And a trailer load of gun come down. And it a go through the port, see it here. And them no know set a come true. Something wrong, man. Something wrong. Depend on some worthless man. We gone a foreign, say, him gone a foreign to go look it, to send it back. And from him gone 1-2 years now, them no hear from him. So them have to go out, they go look it a different way. But a whole heap of people right now, who me say, a ball about them, no have this and no have that. During the holiday, I mean, me never go on none of them, but me see it on my television, all of the report for all of the things them we are gone, where them charge all $10,000 for go in. And them have all VIP section, $15,000. And them have VVIP section for all sort of money, and they show them cock. And most of the people them who go, are mostly women. And when you look upon them face, when you look upon them hairstyle, when you look upon, well, and I will say them look upon them clothes, because some of them don't have no clothes. They come like those panty and brassiere with frills round the panty. Them wear go at the party them. And them think they cost enough money, always look like them not have nothing. The nothing with them not have cost enough money. And them not think about nothing more than them just want to look like a hot girl during the holiday. And them have picnic for go to school, you know, but that takes second place. Now is the time now where things catch up. Things catch up on them. Me remember when my mother, she said school time I come, she make sure say she buy me shoes. Even though sometimes when she buy it, it can't fit me and it tight. They have to push whole heap of things in it to make it stretch. And my khaki clothes there. But the thing what me never like is that every time school I go open, I have to go to a barber shop, I have to get a good trim. And then worst part I told is that I have to take wash out. I don't know what the hell them washing out, because me and my mother, as she cook the food give me. And every time I go back to school, I have to get wash out. And I don't see she take no wash out. And the amount that taste with them thing they have in your mouth, like castor oil. How much people out there used to take castor oil when they go back to school? And them have one thing named herbs. One man used to walk around and say, herbs. And it's in a little yellow box. Or them give you cinnamon and salt. Hey, some things with them give you for wash out. Them wash out the food where you eat during the holiday. I don't know what is that good for. Because when you go to school, you're going to nyam back the same rubbish. And now that we grow big, we realize, up here rubbish, them do that say bolo slush. Anybody out there know the name bolo slush? Call me and tell me if you know the name bolo slush. You nyam patty and cocoa bread. Them days they are the gate, the school gate. You have some people who sell patty and cocoa bread, and you can get all half a patty if you buy, you know. In them days, they get all half a patty and cocoa bread. And then you get a plastic bag with some ice in there, shave ice, with syrup, them throw the syrup in there, and then now you go get some water and pour in there, and that are your drinks. Or if you can afford it, you buy a drinks we used to call it. Yes. Liquid food. Anybody remember liquid food? Anybody remember liquid food out there? Believe you me. But why is it that we have to go through all of them something there? And we know say school are come round. Parents know say school are come round. Especially them parents in nowadays. And them don't prepare for it. And when it comes down, them start ball. And that lead to cussing the father, which really need to get cussed. And taking it out on the pick to them, which really make the pick to them get weird and strange and start have anxiety attack. And when them go to school, them cuss it out on them friend them and them farmer, them schoolmate them. And then the teacher them now get irritable and take it out on the picnic them too, because I remember to the teacher, one parent too. It's a vicious cycle. Vicious cycle. So my message is to the parents, them, just relax, man. Relax. You know, Obama said, don't worry about a thing, everything gonna be all right. Everything can be all right because most of you go through this every year. You have some first timers now where at the first time you go to school. Hey, you see, when you first time you go to school, if you're balling, and when them reach the school gate, when they realize that the mama or the papa are going to left them at the school, them no experience that. Appear balling. And you can't do nothing about it, you know. You can't do nothing about the ball. It's like a woman, the panel, a player and a pick me a ball. The wickedest thing is when I pick this, sit down behind you, and she start ball and I kick your seat. If you get up her back, she and the mother. If you get up her back, she and the mother in the car. You imagine you go to England and a woman sit up behind you with a baby. And the baby a ball, and you want to sleep. A 9-hour flight, and you want to sleep. And the pick you kick the back of your seat and them something there. Anxiety, tripping them time of year. Yeah. So we want the parents them recognize how important it is to keep a cool head and don't get excited. Keep a cool head. Because if you don't keep a cool head, trust me, you're going to do things where you regret. Yeah, man. You're going to do things where you regret, man. So, get the exercise book them or whatsoever you usually get. And get, what? Them still have exercise book where have the timetable them and how much yard, how much inch make a foot and how much foot make a yard. I want them still have them things. A long time I don't see exercise book. And them used to have them for put Marcus Garvey on the cover of the book them and write some quote from Marcus Garvey. That is what them should have done. Whosoever produce, I hope it not made in China. I hope this exercise book them not made in China because you have no printer and so you can make exercise book. As a matter of fact, you have no printer and so you can print book. Because we see a whole heap of book come out now by Jamaican right now. We want you know Mitzi. Yeah, Rastafari Mitzi where bring out our children book. A long time she work on it. Well, she said me a picture it. Hey, Mitzi, me can't read picture in Rasta. We need a book. See? We see a whole heap of ones that bring out book. We see D-Meds. D-Meds bring out D-Meds, me not read the book yet, you know. Believe you me. They have so much book pack up there stuff to read that trust me, man. Me say, Amina mix. Give me a portion of that book, little book. All them books I may not get to go through yet, but I'll go through them. Trust me, I'll go through them. So, yes, we need the parents to step up. Step up. And anytime you start to cuss, you don't have this, I don't have that. Just remember where you do New Year's Eve, New Year's, Christmas, and right through the week, them and all the foot loose and the this and the that I keep, and how much of them you did go. And how much of them you can't wear the same clothes go, because you have to get new clothes. And how much of them, how much people you pressure to get the money, how much people you owe to buy the no clothes dress them. I never call it dress. I tell you the truth, you know, look more you go see them when they wear belt and brassiere, and then them tell you say it's a short thing them about. We're going to take a break and come forward.
ABC Electrical Center.
But there's so much things surrounding back to school. That is amazing, man. You know, one of the things them where, well, first, I don't know much I want to know that, but you see when the white people them take the African them and carry going at that. I will go on there. All right. You see when them take the African them and carry going at the dungeon them, to carry them through the door of no return, the first thing them do is cut off them ear, bald them head, shine. That is what them do. Now, you see in Jamaica, first time until I think it's Bird Samuels when them did put Miguel in a jail. I think I said it already. that idea of cutting people here when them going to prison. Stop. Because Brother Samuel fight the case. Because anytime you charge and going to prison, them used to shave your head bad. It's like when them bring the African them on here. You see when you go back to school, you look here how low your ear is, you know, Rasta. Look here how low your ear is, you know, you have to go a barber. Or them sit you down and put you on a chair and take, hey, a saka, you know, when them saka, you hear, you know. That is really where we as African people have to go through. Them always attack we hear. The thing is that anytime you go to church and anytime you look on the people them wall, you see a white man with long hair. When you hear about Samson, them same strength time, the strength we have to come out time here that the woman cut it off. When you look on all of the so-called prophets in Israel, the whole of them have long hair. So I don't know how attack by ear is so prevalent, even amongst black people. And we see it come straight now to Rastafari where I remember a years me not see my cousin. And I walk down Harbour Street one day and me just accidentally buck her up. It's when she see a year she never see me with me locks, you know. It's when she see me. That time me locks in the Bible look like how it look, you know. A young locks. The woman put on one ball in Harbour Street. And a ball out Jesus Christ and all them something. They say, look where a ride them call me, you know, on the side of the family, them say, right. Them say, look where ride do to himself, Lord Jesus Christ. This thing about ear is a problem. Because it still exists right now. As we speak, it still exists, this ear thing. Especially going back to school. The courts rule that it is unconstitutional to discriminate against a child because of them ear. Unconstitutional. So we hope that settle the argument. But going back to the back to school thing, the female especially, because sometimes the man them don't have no use. Them don't have no use really. Them don't have no use. You see, because them have so much baby mother, according to them. Baby mother in this and baby mother in this. So that them have to figure out now how them are going to spend the money to make the picnic at school over there, so, and make the picnic at school over there, so. Me hear some man about them have 20 picnic. 20 picnic, Rasta. Me hear some man used to both say, man must have picnic like sand pan the seashore. She read in the Bible, sand pan the seashore. Him can't ever deal with 2 picnic, much less sand pan the seashore. Especially now, when it's time to go back to school. And all of the baby mother them, I go come to him now and say, I'm back to school time now, you know, give me this and give me that. And him not have no work. All him know for this farm, full. And some of them, they have foreign, have other family. I talk about them Ghana, it's when them, why so me get a visa and go away. I get all the work, you know, so me come back here, I build a house, I do this, I do that. And them they are 10, 20 years. I don't do this and don't do that up to now. Me not talk out of no bubble. Me go see it. Man left after all 20 years. And the next 10 years you go back there, him in the same position where him there. And him talk to both, so why you want to see me have a baby mother at Jamaica, you know? You know her? I said, no, me don't know her. I said, yeah, man, you know, must know her, man. She named such and such and such. 2 picnic she have for me, you know. She have the picnic them for you. What kind of talk that? But you have picnic for you. She not nobody for you. And yet till you're up there now, a farm full, and the woman don't have to find another way to survive. The school curriculum need to be adjusted. The school curriculum need to be adjusted. We keep saying that, I will not stop saying it.
People's National Party has expressed concern over what it says is a severe water shortage affecting residents and businesses within the Somerton division. Caretaker for St. James East Central, Rochelle Reed-Knott, says for over a month, residents have endured unreliable water supplies, leading to significant hardship and disruption in daily life. Noting that 5 primary schools in Somerton depend on this water supply, Mrs. Reed-Knott says with the new school year approaching, the lack of access to clean water endangers the health, hygiene, and education of children. She is calling on the National Water Commission and Member of Parliament Edmund Bartlett to address the issue without delay. A curfew which was imposed in sections of Waterhouse Kingston on Monday has been extended. The curfew, which was initially slated to end at 6 o'clock last evening, will now run until 6 p.m. tomorrow. The boundaries cover Penwood Road, Barbados Road, Gandhi Road, Nanspen Road, and Nanspen Drive. During the curfew, all persons within its boundaries are to remain within their premises unless authorized by the ground commander. In news overseas, Japan has issued its highest level alert to more than 5 million people after the country was hit by one of the strongest typhoons recorded in recent decades. At least 4 people have been killed and more than 90 injured after Typhoon Sanchan made landfall in the country's southwest. Hundreds of thousands of people are without power. The level 5 order told residents to take immediate life-saving action by moving to a safer location or seeking shelter higher in their homes. After making landfall, the typhoon weakened to severe tropical storm and is pummeling its way to northwest, bringing torrential rain and severe disruption to transport services. Finally, a listeria outbreak linked to Boar's Head deli meat products has become America's largest since 2011. That's according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. At least 9 deaths have now been tied to the outbreak, and 57 people have been hospitalized. Last month, Boar's Head recalled certain products made at its plant in Virginia. The recall started with ready-to-eat liverwurst products and expanded to include all deli meats, including sliced hams, sausages, and meatloaves manufactured at the Virginia facility. The company spokesperson said that food safety is the absolute priority and that the team at the plant immediately addressed the issues they found. Those were the local and international headlines.
Special pot draw up next. Oh, you not teach nothing about Africa in a school. The government don't sanction it. Colonial government, colonial system. We say African head of state, I think a Burkina Faso, one of them ex-French colony. The man get up and say, they must take out all of the French history book them out of the school them in our country. Take them out. Because over the years, we know more things about England than the English know about themselves. And we still have that colonial mindset, where everything we do, we have to use the European logics. We even use the European logics to define ourselves, other people. We eat like them, we sleep like them, we think like them, we have sex like them, we all sort of thing we do like them. And it's not benefiting we at all. Now benefit we. The more we behave like them, is the more we realize we are going down in our ditch. You know, so we are going to America, man. Look, we are going to America. Tell me if a so-called first world country, one of the most so-called powerful nations on earth, where you see a going to America now, no one will ever believe these countries supposed to operate like that. Because it's a smaller country, go through political things, and where we see a go on the back and forth and the throw word and the cussing and the lie them, and all sort of thing. Everybody has to life for one another. It's a serious, serious thing. And this is the place where we want to emulate. We want to emulate. It's a joke business. Joke business when we want to eliminate this thing. You see people in my ball say, the gun them. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. They have the biggest crime problem right now in Canada. Canada, of all places. And they must say the gun, they must come through the borders from America. Meanwhile, we hear Trudeau say, the people, they must prepare for the next chapter in the epidemic that we're going to hit disease X. They must prepare for it and take heed. So all of these things come like them work out everything already, you know. They work it out long time. We hear about it when it take all away and grab away. It's like the food. It's like the food. We used to eat some serious food in Jamaica. Now, you not get them food again. No way. Remember cold supper shop? Where I talk about some things where I know most of the people who listen to me don't even know what I talk about. But I have to tell you about it because it's good for you to ask somebody. You have some shop named Cold Supper Shop, man. Before you did have fast food restaurant, you did have Cold Supper Shop. Any time of night you come from anywhere, party, show, anywhere, you could have stopped at a Cold Supper Shop. And in a Cold Supper Shop, you used to have a woman in there sell. She always fat too. And she have a cold stove in there. And when you look at the glass case, you say, food, real food. Real food you see there. Yes, kalalo, ackee and salt fish, boiled dumpling, boiled banana, fried dumpling, all sorts of things you have in there. And they shall make ginger beer. Well, also don't drink ginger beer, real ginger beer. I mean, I thought the one where at the back of them where have the madness in night. Real ginger beer, them woman they make. And you could have eat, you could have pick out what you want from the glass case. If you want all fried fish and fried dumpling and fried breadfruit, them give a grease paper. And you put it on the grease paper. And remember when we come from our party, you did have one right at the opposite, the post office in a crossroad there. What Cold Supper Shop used to do there. And when we stop and I go home, because them time we all walk, everywhere we walk from. Anywhere the party they will walk, and go look the party and come back. And we stop at the Cold Supper Shop, and when you see we walk along the road, on a Snipe Road, to come through across Woodford Park and then we're there. A grease paper we eat out there, fried dumpling, real food, real food. Real food. Nowadays, trust me, these food leave much to be desired because the menu is coming direct from America. America. The fastest turnover of fast, I'm not even call the name of the one where them say turnover more than any other one in the world. Can you imagine that? It's in Jamaica. The one we turn over the most is in Jamaica. But the menu, how to make the food, come from foreign. That is how far independent we is. And you know, so remember the Cold Supper Shop we used to stop at? You could have eat anything like granny cooking. Can't dumpling or ackee from big fat matty, stew peas and rice just really taste nice. You know, a whole heap of fast food stand take over the land. Junk food filling up the place. This is a national disgrace. What we're doing to ourselves. How much time you hear upon the radio say the doctor say certain things are good for you and you ignore it. And somehow they get bloated. You know, so the woman them stay now. The woman them a lose that figure, that shape will make your eye turn round and twist round. That your wife up here say, you think me not see her look? You think me not see her look now? My lady different now, she show me them, you know. It ever nice lady apart, she say, what a nice lady that, look at her. But you hardly can't say that again. I don't know where the woman, especially the woman them, you know. I don't know where the woman them are eating or rasta. One time you look on them and, yes, you know, figure out everything and you know, say, you're not really mock nobody. But it's them that do themselves, so it's them that make themselves become that way. It's them that make themselves look so. By way them and yam and stuff in their mouth. Today them look, them have on a belt that can't fit them, and the next day them have on a pants that can't fit them today, and next week the pants can't fit them. And them tell you about, say, boy, I'm going to go to gym, go with Jim. A Jim Jones here go. I know the gym, GYM, a JIM. A this over there. A this over there. So where we going about it? Come here talk this now. I'm out you can go and talk. You know, see me all right. You know, all right. You know, all right. Because these Gen Z and Gen Z and Gen Z and all them, something with them up. Wait till you reach certain age, you're going to say, oh, affected or infected you are by the lifestyle you live now. The lifestyle you live now will have a serious effect by you later on. And you can't say you never know, because when me are youth, me never have them information when me say everybody have now. But you have the information and you ignore it. You're ignoring it. So little more you don't have no money for going to a doctor. So you're sick, and dead young. Apart from Cara, a crash. And apart from gunman. And the same youth them a do everything. Same youth. Youth them a crash. Gunman, a youth man them. All of these things. When you look on the fast food restaurant them, a pure young people is a line up there. Pure young people. Why take a break and come forward? Break time. Treat the teacher them. It's horrible. How the government treat teachers, it's horrible, man. You know, that's why I whole heap of them have to leave. We say I whole heap of them not leaving now, like last year, but the peer, man. Trust me, the peer. Terrible. Yeah, man, terrible. And them can't do better, you know. We are talking about the government now. Them can't do better, you know. Them can't do better, man. But you see, most teachers start from the ground, you know. Yeah, it's not, most teachers not some big aristocratic picnic, not ton teacher. You know, see, and people who, normal Jamaican people, get educated in a school and go do them this and do them that and get them degree or get them whatsoever and say them want to turn teacher. So you hardly find any so-called money people picnic go turn teacher. You hardly find any Chinese people picnic go turn teacher. The black majority in Jamaica is the ones who raised from the ground and go turn teacher. And the teacher is one of the most important profession in Jamaica. Because as me say, them have your picnic most of the day. You hardly have your picnic because, as me say, when your picnic reach our school yard, them eat them dinner, go upon them what was, what at, and what is, or go upon the TV, and then them go sleep. So the teacher is more important sometimes than where I go on in the house. But the teacher sometimes can't even afford to send fair picnic at school. Yet still she have to look about other people picnic. Just think about that. Think about that. She have picnic to go to school. And more time she cannot afford her child to go to school. Yet still she have to take care of people picnic. Every day for 5 days a week. Every day for 5 days a week. While fair picnic, trust me. So don't take it lightly. See, a teacher work, not just a teacher, she just a teach. No, man. She has shaped the future of Jamaica. That's what she do. She has shaped the future. And if she not contented, it's going to trickle down to the student them where she have under control. Make she get miserable. And a miserable teacher, trust me, is not to be taken lightly. I don't know if the government understand that. I don't know if the government understand that. A happy teacher is a happy student, man. That me I say, a happy teacher is a happy student. How would you not see that? How would the teacher them get so miserable? The teacher them miserable, you know see the teacher them, they're miserable. We're going to take a break and come forward. Break. I want to hear up my CEO at IRFM, you know. Devian, I want to hear up my CEO at IRFM. Anyone down there who the nearer, if she did it, till I say Mutabaruka, heal her up. After I hear that advertisement we just play a while ago. We're up on the school vibes. I follow flag. I don't remember one Rasta picnic with dance and dumb. I don't remember knowing of no Rasta picnic whenever excelling at school. Believe you me, you can call me and WhatsApp me and tell me about a Rasta child that do terribly in a school because I don't know none. Everyone of them who I know excel in a school with all the discrimination and the madness and the craziness. She named Karen Dunkley. And I now go call out all of the things them writers about Karen. Too much things. By the time I don't read it out, when I ever get to talk to you. How you do?
Uncle Muta, I'm doing well. Greetings and salutations to you and your listeners. Indeed, indeed. Blessings.
Let me ask you something. You there on the bus tour too? We are laughing.
Listen, this.
You know, answer.
Boy, I'm going to say unconfirmed, but it has been quite a whirlwind, Uncle Muta, quite a whirlwind with the elections and especially with Kamala announcing her candidacy.
All right. Well, I want the people to know, say, you are intricately involved with this campaign we are going for Miss Harris and our vice president. How is it for you personally after the name? What them call it?
The DNC.
The DNC, yeah.
The Democratic, yes, National Convention.
Yeah. Because we are watching on TV
you.
and I tell you, it stay away. Stay away.
It stay away, right? And the excitement was palpable. Well, first of all, my role, and I really try to be as objective as possible to look, I did not attend the RNC in Milwaukee, but I did watch it every night and the major talking points, just so that we can bring the information to the people. But the excitement, I went into Chicago on the Wednesday of the DNC. DNC ended on the Thursday. And when I tell you that, it was sheer excitement. Young people, the kind of excitement and fervor that we saw when Barack Obama announced, it's almost as if the Democratic Party had a resurrection, because as you can imagine, they were flailing. People were really concerned about the outcome of this election. And I think that Kamala, the excitement with her, the love that people have for the down-to-earthiness of the vice presidential pick was the fact that he is seen as a round-the-way guy. You know, he owns guns, he was a coach, he was a teacher, he became this congressman. So the entire floor was just, I mean, complete. If you want to say lit and excitement, them sell off, Uncle Muta, in Jamaican vernacular. We say them they sell off and they sell off.
You know, the weird part about it is that Trump was in at the same venue with film RNC thing. And it was as full as when Miss Harris did there. And people use that as a sign, say, Trump will lose him support. You think he will lose him support? Or it's just polls attack and a big up Harris? Tell me.
I think some of it is poster talk. I think that when Kamala, because this is unprecedented, we've never seen this. We have never in the United States history. This election is historic for two reasons. It's historic because you have a former president who lost the term and is coming back as the nominee for the Republican Party, running again. That in itself has only happened once in the entire history of democracy in the United States. Couple that with, you have a presidential nominee dropping out who is an incumbent, handing over to his vice president who ascends to the nomination without any runoff, and who is the first African-American woman and Asian woman. So I have to tell you that I think that it really amplifies the fact that Trump might not be necessarily losing, but just the sheer excitement, the novelty. Everybody said, whoa, we really think that Kamala can do this time.
But let me ask you something, because what did I try to figure out? How is it that the excitement is amongst Miss Harris there, yet still Trump still a hold him on? The thing say, the hype I go last a month where you find that she kind of take, front stage now, rather than Trump, who continuously does afloat and not lose nothing. Him not lose him base. Him not lose him supporters them. It's just that she again some people will never did dead originally, like the young people, them and a whole heap of black people. How is it that him can still hold him ground with all of them things that were going round him?
Listen, Trump he's Uncle Mota, Trump is very strategic. Trump is running, first of all, let's look at what he's running on. He's now running an anti-Kamala Harris campaign. So if you look at what he's been putting out, he's running on his economic record, and he's saying that she's failed leadership, and he's saying that she's dangerously liberal. This has been their talking points. For example, he's saying that when it comes to keeping home ownership affordable, that he wins on that under the Democrats, the price of home ownership have increased by 25.4%. So it has put millions of Americans out of owning a home. On the economy, he's winning that credit card loans and interest rates were 2.77%. He's saying that Harris's track record with Biden is that interest rates skyrocketed to 7.22%. He's saying that Americans had a personal savings increased by 393%. And I follow this stuff, so I could talk all day. You're saying under Harris that personal savings have fell. So he's saying that Kamala Harris is a failed leader. He's saying that she only, listen to his talking points, she's only become black recently, now that she wants to co-opt the black vote, that she ran as the first Asian American when she ran as district attorney. So you're right, he's not necessarily gaining, but he's not losing his base. And then remember, there's white supremacy. There are people who believe that Trump is indeed the last white messiah, that if it is that he doesn't win, that America will no longer belong to who they deem as the true Americans. I'm in Florida right now. I'm visiting my dad. I'm in a place called Ocala, and I left Philadelphia. You see Harris Walls. I come right in Ocala, and it says Trump, forever Trump, keep America great. And that is how divided the United States of America is.
So, what you just put out a while ago, is lie Mattel or is true? Because it love people for life still. The hype right now is round Kamala, but how long you think this can last? What is our intention? What you going to do to keep that excitement there for 2 months? What you think you can do?
A day in politics is long, and the first thing that the Democrats have to do is to convert this energy and excitement into votes. If the voter registration and the voter turnout doesn't happen, it means that just in 2016, when everyone was shell-shocked, it was shock and awe when they said Hillary was going to win, and everyone looked in dismayed. I live in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. When they called Pennsylvania for Trump, that is when I was dressed and ready to go to a celebratory party for Hillary. And then when they called Pennsylvania for Trump, everyone watched in dismay because we understood what it meant along the electoral vote. So unless Kamala is able to transport that excitement into votes, absolutely, that she does stand, the possibility exists that she just may not win. The path to the Electoral College must get Michigan. And so if you look at Michigan, look at Detroit, predominantly African-American, they must carry Pennsylvania. Who and where you find the Democratic vote in Pennsylvania? In Philadelphia. If you look at Michigan, where do they find it? In Milwaukee. Let us say what it is. There's also black fatigue. You see that Trump has increased his support amongst black voters. Why? Because the common thread across these cities have been lackluster performance, persistent poverty, high crime, poor home ownership, and these cities have unequivocally supported the Democratic Party. Remember what Trump said when he came to Philly. He went to the University of Pennsylvania. He said that Philadelphia looks worse than when I attended school. It looks like a scene out of The Wire. You remember the show The Wire with the drugs? And he said, Philly, what have you got to lose? And that is the question Kamala Harris and the team must answer. What have we got to gain from continuing to deliver the Democratic vote of these cities that continue to remain in dire poverty and dire economic constraints?
As a young lady, what you think is necessary for it? What is the message? Because it look like the two parties have run out of message now. What is the message? Where you laugh?
Because I think you're right? Because they need something. It can't be just politics as usual. So there's a congresswoman who came and she asked to meet with me, and her Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, and she's very outspoken. We sat and I shared with her that there is tremendous disenchantment around just politics, just not just black or white, but just with people. There's a fatigue because every 4 years they come and then the outcomes are not there. And I think what they have to show is deliver on the promise of America. The economy is in shambles. The inflation is through the roof. Interest rates are astronomical. And what they need to do is to say to the middle class, those of us who go to work every day for a living, or even if we're entrepreneurs and we have a business, that there is fair taxes, that there's a tax rate that works for all American citizens. They have to speak to home ownership, that people can pay off their mortgages. They have to speak to just investment and crime and infrastructure that is plaguing our cities. They have to answer the border crisis. We are immigrants. I'm an immigrant. The only true native to America would be the Native American. But we cannot have unchecked migration. What is happening now in New York, as quiet as it comes, someone took a video, Uncle Muta, and they showed me camps. You know how you have a camper that you used to see people in the RV driving to the country with their families? You just have them lining the streets of the so-called greatest city in the world, New York. People are living out of campers. There's no
Philadelphia.
Yes.
And Los Angeles.
Can you believe it?
Los Angeles.
Yes. Yes.
So why is it that the Democrats are selling, say, crime gone down, poverty gone down, and them something there? Why them selling that to the people them when you as a Democrat can't really see, say, certain things are going when no look like what them are saying?
I think so. Everyone can use the numbers. We understand that with COVID-19, the pandemic was unprecedented, and coming out of the pandemic, that government had a Herculean job to do. Now, people have credited Joe Biden for stabilizing the economy and, for some of the more. And then LGBTQ, we haven't even touched that issue. There are many Democrats, there are many moderates, and I happen to be a registered independent, but there are many moderate Republicans and even liberal Democrats that have issue with this transgender movement. How can someone who's 8 or 9 begin to get hormone therapy? So people are having very visceral responses and reactions to those kinds of very personal issues, the personal issue of abortion, if you're pro-life or pro-choice. And so the government has to answer globally around the economy and crime and investment. And then personally, a woman's right to choose her own body. If you're a pro-lifer, those kind of things. If you believe, first of all, in LGBTQ rights and what that looks like, and if that should even happen. So there's so much polarization and dissension that they have to bring people together on issues that they care passionately about.
Karen, may I tell you, say America in a serious situation. America in a serious situation. Because when we look on the two main runners, them we find them guilty. And when I talk about Harris as the one still, but the system, the democratic system, will run America. And this one, will come on and say, him no in and nothing with the Constitution and all, and we want to start him own thing. It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. If a country like America reach a level here, we stand back and I look upon it and I say, but wait, at this country, everybody a run go. At this country, I talk about the land of opportunity and bliss. It's weird. Karen, where are America?
I'm laughing because America is still the greatest democracy on earth, Uncle Musa. Only in America have we ever seen a former president convicted. He's a convicted felon. We've never seen that happen anywhere else in the world. I
run for president.
I run for right. So it really shows you that democracy works. But then look, and if he doesn't win, he has a possibility. If they don't pardon him, he will serve jail time. And so that is also on the table.
Trump not going to jail, man. Trump not going to jail. Trust me. He's not going to go to jail.
It's on the table.
Look here, them are going to eat it off of the table before. Trump is not going to no jail. Whether I become president or not. See, I hope I can eat my words after the election. But it will cost you.
We're going to see. It is hot. It's a hot election. Immigration is on the table. LGBTQ is on the table. The migrant border, the Israel-Gaza is on the table. The economy is on the table. And so we will see. November is the time.
Yeah, I can ask you a question. Explain to me. I don't understand it. America have a weird way of election where it's not the majority win. Is the electoral college decide the vote. And there is not even quarter of the amount of state them. Explain that to me. Why is it that it continue that it's not the majority in America? The person, the part who get their marriage, sure, that sound like Trump now. the part who get the majority. Yeah. It's not them necessarily win. Or explain that to me.
Yes, mine you're talking about or almost president, So America has a system of the Electoral College, and the Electoral College have what we call delegates, and delegates cast the vote. The path to the presidency, in order for a candidate to win, they need to secure a total. So you have 270 electoral.
Hello? What happened this one? Karen? She get cut off?
I'm not sure, Muta, but check on it.
Check it further, because I really want to find out about this electoral college and the majority don't win. In America, the person who get the most, the party who get the most vote is not necessarily the winner. You know, see, it decided by, I think it's about 4 states. 4 states decided. So, you know, it sounds weird to me, but I never really get a good clarification of that yet. I really want to find out how that goes.
Time.
In America, and she's very anxious about the DNC. Yes, Karen. Me still upon the question.
Yes.
The majority rule, that is what we know as democracy. In America, it's different. Tell me.
So the majority still rules, you know. It's just that it's a more tempered majority, meaning it's a qualified majority. So in the system, we have the Electoral College. Across all the states in America, it totals to 538 Electoral College votes. The president must win 270 of those votes. Each state, they elect or select delegates, and then delegates cast the ballot on behalf of the state based on the popular vote, which would be 1 vote to 1 person. So when I go to vote, I'm casting my vote. It's going to be counted in the popular vote. The reason America has a system, and it's a great system actually, is 2 things. It needed to balance the power between the small and the large states as defined by population, not geography. That is very important because if you look at places that are in the West that are really expansive, the Utahs, and they don't carry as many electoral votes, let's say, as a California and New York. So it's based on demographics, the population. So the framers did that, number one, to balance power. That is true representation because when American democracy came about in 1789 with the Constitution, they were concerned with the representation and the balance of power between the small and the large states. The other piece that is really critical, Uncle Musa, for people to understand, is the framers were afraid of the passions of men. Them say one day them love you, the next day them hate you. If you leave your election up to people who vote along these lines, then sometimes they may not choose the best candidate. So it's important that after they vote, the delegates come and say, okay, here is the person we want. So on the night of the election, the delegates cast their vote for the candidate. Remember, if you remember American history well, you will remember that Al Gore won the popular vote and George Bush became president because of the Electoral College. He took it to court and then he decided to dismiss the case.
Yeah, but most countries is the majority. Because we always learn that in an election, it's the majority win. It's America. I know you have another country where do that? You can't tell me another country where do it? Eh?
So, listen. Here is how white works.
Karen. May I ask you one question? Can you tell me another country in the world that do where America does it relates to election in terms of the electoral vote?
No, I don't know another country that has. But Uncle Musa, but look at it. But Uncle Musa, no, you have to look at it because remember, that your electoral votes add up to the number of representatives that you have in Congress, plus your Senate, and every state have 2 senators. It's a brilliant process. You have checks and balances through and through. Think about it. Every state gets 2 senators, and then your representative in Congress is based on your population. It's simply brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant, Uncle Musa.
Look here. Sister Dunkley, look here. I can tell you something. The election, according to what I know, and most people know in the world, the other day, Hillary get the majority vote, don't it, when she didn't go there. She'll get the majority vote. Much more than what's name there. Now, when I hear that, I say, well, Hillary gone clear.
Trump.
No, Hillary. When I hear about the majority vote gone to Hillary, I say, well,
right.
Then I start to hear about now it will be decided by a state. And I say, how that goes so? So I search all over the place to find out which other country do that. I don't know about that. So we don't know So you want to tell me now, say, it's a better way, better which way? What is better?
Yes, because if you are, but if you have direct elections, then the states that have the largest populations will always hold more sway over those who don't. So it really is about a balance of power. It really brings about a balance of power.
No, it's about the majority in the country. It's not in the state. It's the majority in the country who vote. And if the majority in the country say that person have the most vote in the whole, what them call it, continent of America, I don't understand why it boiled down to 4 states, 5 states. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but to me, that democracy is faulty. Trust me, it's faulty.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yes, it can appear, you're right, because so both George Bush, now, interestingly, this system has benefited Republicans because George Bush lost the popular vote, won the Electoral College, and Trump lost the popular vote. And so it does benefit the Republican Party if they were to be honest.
That may I show you. And it could have happened again. It could have happened again. Where Harris get the majority vote because she got trying the young people, she got trying black people, she got trying female. She could have get the majority vote, but Trump gone with the other vote them when we win the last time. So only a problem. You better buy a ticket to come back to Jamaica.
No, when I went to the yard, you said trouble did it. This, I'm telling you, everyone has plugged in. There are people who said we're not voting. They have gone out to vote, from 18-year-olds to the very old. This is the kind of watch. And we're saying, can America at this moment deliver on its promise of equality for all people? And we're watching.
Can they? So you laugh again.
I am because I am very optimistically. I'm so hopeful. I'm hopeful that this moment and this time we can deliver on the promise of America.
Yeah, I'm glad all your hope. Yeah, man, hope is the thing, is the talk. Hope is the talk, man. You know, in the Bible, them say faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And that is where Kamala have now, hope. My wife, I can tell you something. The only way this thing can go to Kamala slam dunk without any argument is if Taylor Swift declares, Miss Harris should do it. Trust me. That's Mrs. Harris there.
Oh, you said if who declares?
Taylor Swift.
Oh.
Well,
listen, that has been a criticism. One of the criticisms of the Democratic Party is that they are extremely Hollywood instead of issue focused. They are finding ways to tantalize the masses, right? So instead of focused on issues that matter to people, that change their lives, that impact their lives, they're really leveraging Hollywood and big name entertainers to distract people. And I cannot believe, look how many individuals are watching. Look at the impact of a Taylor Swift on football. Like where people are watching football because she likes the sport. So that has been the unfortunate reality of celebrity culture, where we need a Taylor Swift now to get behind a candidate for us to vote for them.
Karen, I can tell you something. If Taylor Swift come out 1 month time or 6 week time and say she is with Mrs. Harris, argument done. May I tell you that? I'm still so.
That's a sad commentary on the American population, though, on the populace.
And that may I say.
That is really a shame. Shame on us.
Look here, I can tell you something. You have a brethren down here named Vibes Cartel. You see? If Vibes Cartel ever come out when election near election and say, he might go with this party or that the party, it's done.
No, I can't afraid. I never afraid.
And this right there,
No, so then woe be unto us. Then we get the government we deserve. Then we will get the government. If so be it, then we get the government we deserve.
Well, I said, Taylor Swift is not a good example of.
No, absolutely. I would never. There's no, and nothing personal to her. But there's no policy area that I think Taylor Swift can inform me about that that would sway my vote.
Yeah, but you say you have some little teenager, 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old, will fall her to hell or heaven, anywhere she go. And those now, if she now ratified, they will start to listen to Harris and hear what is Harris' plan. You know, see, so it can go that way there. But we'll see. So tell me something. What you doing in America so long? For the lighter side. Where are you in America so long?
Boy, you have to tell your listeners that you have been such a giant in my life, especially in terms of consciousness and Black consciousness. For me, as a Black young girl, I love your daughters. I was best friends with Aishi for many, many years, and through adulthood and Aishama. And you brought a level of consciousness to me to love my natural hair, love my skin, to not bleach, to know about the greatness of Africa. So I always, and I remember Uncle Musa, you forget when I said I was moving back to Ethiopia and I'm going to Shashamaniland, and you called me and said, Karen, what are you doing? Don't go. You don't even remember that, do you? I said, I'm going back. I'm going to go to Shashamaniland.
Boy, you're never ready for that. Trust me. You're never ready for that. You're just never ready for that.
Yes.
I will for people.
Yes.
It's show hype and euphoria why them really say that. But when you get down to
yes. I'm just.
Who that in the background? There? Somebody in the background?
Yes. No, I muted it out. Yes.
Somebody in the background?
Yes, go ahead, Uncle Musa. Yes, I just muted them out. Yeah, they didn't realize I was on an interview.
All right, you know. Long for see you. Aishi long for see you. I'm glad for your movement. I never ever call out where you is and who you is and all you is. But I can say if I can't find, because there's so much thing that I never ever know. Say, as a matter of fact, I just tell them I know say you're a doctor. What kind of doctor you be?
Boy, I am a doctor of organization and leadership. As you know, we call it a Babylon degree, but we went to their schools and they have conferred the doctorate in organization and leadership.
No, you're not going to say a Babylon school. She has the responsibility of overseeing the implementation of a 4-point program to end racial discrimination and harassment in the Davis County School District. She's one of the only 2 persons of African descent that are consultants for the DOJ, a certified coach who specializes in intercultural competency, teacher effectiveness, and leadership coaching. She has enjoyed a life of service in education as an urban district leader, principal, teacher, and coach, served as Deputy Chief Academic Officer and Deputy Chief of the Office of Parent, Family, Community Engagement and Faith-Based Partnership. In 2019, Dr. Dunkley was voted as a representative of the Northeast United States and the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council. That is wonderful. I know at last I know somebody big in America.
Standing on your shoulders.
I can't take up the phone and say, Karen, why you want to say? I just know who to call. Give thanks. Anyway,
yes,
give thanks, give thanks. Give thanks, man.
Give thanks.
So I don't keep
my
breath away again. Yeah. Oh, man. I am addicted to it. Man. I can't help but
well, I'm on the Democratic National. I'm in their focus group. I'm one of several representatives. So they keep polling us where we stand on different issues. They poll us like every day or after like a major event. So whatever you want to know, perspective, I look forward to coming back.
Yes,
it's just amazing. And just enough respect. I love you to the moon and back, Uncle Moose.
Yeah. Wait, hold on before you go. Without any partisan thinking. Tell me how the polls them are go with her. Tell me. It's really out.
But they said Kamala is up.
Yeah, me know it's up, but when me I say like she up in a most place.
Yes. And where we are really focused on is where she is polling again in the state she must carry, the path to 270. That's what we're interested in. It doesn't matter, for example, if in majority red states, her polling numbers are low. What we're interested in, again, Pennsylvania, we're interested in Michigan, and we absolutely are interested in those borderline states,
Georgia,
you know? Yes.
Georgia.
Yes, those are the states we're watching where she's polling. Now, remember, Hillary was up in the polls when white women were the number one voters for Trump. 32%, I think, voted for Trump. And there's something they say that happens to white men when they go inside the polling booth and they consider whether or not they really want to put a black woman in office. So that is what we have to think about, is what people say, and then behind the curtain, what they choose.
Yeah, choose. All right. All right, give thanks, sister. All right.
Give thanks. One love.
Yeah. Yeah, you can hear that was a little sister of mine from a longer time. From she there at Jamaica, and now she gone a foreign, got on political motivator. This is the stepping razor, the art of war. We're going to take a break and come forward. Program this. So, we're going to start with the male names. Abio, A-B-E-O, Abio. Abio means born with wealth. Born with wealth, Abio. Abiade, A-B-I-A-D-E, Abiade, means born of royal parents. Born of royal parents. Chinoa, C-H-I-N-U-A, Chinoa, means God's own servant of God, God's own. Abo, A-B-U-U, Abo, servant of God. Servant of God. So those Abio, A-B-E-O, Abio, born with wealth. Abiade, A-B-I-A-D-E, Abiade means born of royal parents. Chinua, C-H-I-N-U-A, Chinua means God's own. And Abo, A-B-U-U, Abo means a bound servant of God, a servant of God. Female name, Ada, A-D-A, Ada means first daughter. Adaize, A-D-A-E-Z-E, Adaize. Adaize means princess. Adache, A-D-A-C-H-I, Adache, means daughter of God. And Adaoa, A-D-A-O-H-A, Adaoa, daughter of the people. So that's Ada, A-D-A, Ada, first daughter. Adaize, A-D-A-E-Z-E, Adaize, means princess. Adache, A-D-A-C-H-I, Adache means daughter of God. And Adada, A-D-A-D-H-A, Adada, means daughter of the people. Here we go.
Of course, I want to say something. Turn up the...
Policeman, policewoman caused the death of this brethren.